Okay, let's continue with the house. If you have the 3D model, make sure that you have all the floors, the roof, windows, and the windows have to be placed on each room. Okay, so it's very important that each room has a window. Here we have a bedroom with a window, another bedroom with another window, another bedroom with another window. If we have a bathroom, it's convenient having a small or a tiny window in the bathroom. It's not mandatory. And here there's another room, and there's a window here. I'm going to insert the door. Yep. So we have a door and a window or a glass door. We need natural light in all rooms. Mm. If we have the 3D model of the house, we have furniture. I showed you how to create plans with furniture and plans with dimensions. Before preparing more sheets, I'm going to add something different to the 3D model that will make the project better. Okay, so a couple of things. As you can see here, we have an overhang. This is a structural problem. We are not calculating structures, but it's that overhang here seems too long. So probably there will be some structural damage here on that slab because having all this space, all this length without a column or a wall can be, yeah. So probably we need something here. In the original project, I know that there is something here, and on level 0, you see that here in the basement we have this green line. So that means that there's a wall here that's a retaining wall because this is the basement. So that's the street, and then we park our car here. What I'm going to do is to copy those columns there, and I'm going to line them. Okay. So now at least we have here some columns, but those columns are here, are on the basement. They don't go up on the first floor. So something we can do, if we need the structural elements here, something we can do is to copy this column and this column here. We copy, we remove constraints because we're going to move these columns one level up here. So at least now we have something. Okay, so we don't have this overhang. But we can make something better. Well, this structurally, it is correct. We solved the problem. We had a long span here, an overhang, and here we have 2 columns, and those columns bear the load of that slab. Okay, that's fine. But we can do something more fun. In the original project, I know that there's like a V-shaped column like this, and when we have a structural element, we can make something unique. Instead of just placing 2 rectangular columns, we can do something better. And we have a lot of examples in history of architecture about these kind of structural elements. Okay, let's do it. And I'm going to use component modeling place because I don't have a family, I don't have a Revit family, so I'm going to create my own element. So we have this, and on this plane where those columns are, I'm going to create like a V-shape support or structural element. So let's create architecture component, model in place. I'm going to use columns, and I'm going to use extrusion. And on extrusion, I have to set the plane. So I have to set the same plane where those columns are. So set, pick plane, and select this face of the column. There you go. And now I can do something like this. And I'm going to do something symmetrical. So I select this, mirror. I select the midpoint of this line I have just done. Keep going, and now I'm going to create an offset, 4 inches. Okay, 4 inches. Something like this. Finish. There's something doesn't intersect each other. Probably we need to trim this. Okay, there you go. And now, yeah, we have to displace this extrusion on level 1. No, level. Oh, it's here. Yeah. Select this. I finished model. And see what it looks like. Okay, with this element, I can get rid of these 2 columns. And here we have something different. Okay. It's just a question of design, but keep in mind that sometimes we need some structural element at the end of a long overhead. Okay, but it's important that there are structural lines. Okay, so this is the structure on the basement, and this is the structure on the first floor, and then here we have a brick wall, and everything is lined up. So this is the first thing that I wanted to show you. We have to finish the structure of this. And then here we need like a railing, because if we go out, here we are on this deck or on this terrace, and we need a railing. Revit has railings. So if you select this, we have to put this on, this is level 0, level 1, so that would be level 2. And then you can draw the path of the railing. We can select this and this. And we click OK. And we have this horrible railing. Okay, this is the default one. Do we have anything else? We have the glass. Yeah, slightly better. But well, anyway, I don't like the Revit default railing. So if we want to do something better here, again, it's design, but let's try to do something. And what do I do when I need to design something? I look for things, I search things on the internet, and if I find something that I like, I copy it. And this is what I have done, because I want a railing that at the same time is a planter, something like this. Okay, it's something that prevents you from falling, and at the same time it's something green, sustainable, something like that. You see, so here we have a deck, and we don't have a railing. We have this element with plants, flowers, and then we don't fall because we have this thick wall or this planter. But again, if you find something better, go for it. But I like this idea of having like planters here on the slabs instead of railings. Okay, so at the end, our building will be something like this. Or something like that. You see that we have different slabs, and the final element of that slab is not a railing, it's like a planter like this. So if that's the idea, how can we do this in Revit? Well, this is just an excuse to show you another tool, and you can use it or not, but I think it's good enough. We're going to use another component, model in place. We don't have planters here. We can planting. Okay, we can use this. And I'm going to use, instead of extrusion, I'm going to use the sweep. The sweep means that you create a sketch and a path, and then you select both, and then you create a shape or a 3D element with the shape and then the path. Okay, so I'm going to create a shape here, and then the path is going to be this. So let's do it. I'm going to use sweep. And first I have to sketch the path. So I'm going to sketch the path. And again, I can use, or I can draw this here. We are on the work plane, we're on level 0. So we have to set the work plane on level 2. And then on level 2, I'm here, here, and there. Okay, so this is the path. Click OK. And now I draw the profile by sketch. But now I want to draw this on this vertical plane. So I'm going to set the sketch on this plane. And now I can draw like lantern like this. Okay, so you see that we have the sketch, and then we have the path. Okay, there was something wrong because I have to start drawing the path here. And I'm going to draw something 2 feet, then 4 inches, then this 4 feet, 4 inches, sorry. And then I go down this way. So we click finish. Now we select this, click OK, and you see that we have created that element all along the path. And then I finish model. And generate family planting. And sweep. I don't know why. I'm going to do it again. Cancel the model. Okay, I'm doing it again. Architecture, component, model in place. Probably I selected this element planting and it wasn't the right one. So let's select walls. I'm going to sweep and I'm going to pick path. Okay, let's pick the path. I'm going to pick this line and this line. But it gets, okay, so it has to be shorter. So now I select the line and drag this point here. Okay, that's the starting point. And now, as you can see, I have to draw the sketch there. Okay, so now I have to edit profile, and I'm going to draw this. There you go. We click finish again, and finish model, and there you go. Okay, so now we have this planter that it's slightly, well, it's better than the original railing. So if we don't like the railing, we can do anything to make it better. So that's why this architecture component modeling place tool is quite good, because we can do whatever we feel like. For example, here, imagine that we have this roof, and if we want to access this, we will do that later, okay, but we want to access this roof. We would need a railing here. Again, we can use the railing tool, and I can select the perimeter of this. I can click OK. And what's very visible is go to super trainings. Okay, so what I want to do? Yes, I want to discard. So I'm going to select railing and make sure that you are on level. Now it's on the roof, because this is not level 2. That would be on the roof. Then I want to select this line. And if I do this, I have the railing here. I don't know what you think, but I don't like it. And by default, we only have this. There are, well, this is even worse. And we have this with glass. Anyway, none of them is what I'm looking for, this kind of architecture. So I can do something similar. I will use the swipe tool again, just for you to understand what I'm doing. But first, if you look at the original plan, this is an elevator. Okay, so this house has an elevator. We have the staircase. We go to from the basement to the first floor, from the first floor to the second floor, and we have this elevator, and probably we can access the roof through this elevator. Okay, so on this roof, I'm going to open the void for the elevator. So I want to edit footprint, and I want to create just another rectangle. We don't need slopes. Just click OK. And we see how we've got a void here. And what else we need to do? We need to extend this wall so that we can access the roof. We need another level. Okay, so we can always copy this, and I can call this roof 2. So I have created this level. So now on the roof, I need this rectangle. So I can go to architecture wall. It's not an interior wall. Let's use the 7-inch wall. And now I can do this. Line things up. Trim. And on the 3D model. Whoop. Now attach to the top constraint is roof 2. There you go. Now we select this top constraint roof 2. Okay. So we have this. We would need another roof there, and we would need a door. So to access that level, we need a door there. Well, as you can see, that door starts here. Okay, so we need a base offset 1 foot. Or the seal height, sorry, it's 1 foot. What's the width of this slab? Let's edit type. The thickness is 1, it's slightly more than 1 foot. I'm going to edit this type, and I'm going to make it, yeah, we have a lot of layers here by default. Well, 1 foot and 3 inches. There you go. Okay, so there's a door. We can access this. And now instead of this railing, I want something different. Okay, so I'm going to create a new railing here. And I'm going to do it with a swipe. There are other ways to do that, but well, just to practice the swipe option, let's do it again. Architecture, component, model in place. Let's select this family, walls. I'm going to swipe now, sweep. I'm going to sweep, and I want to pick the path 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This doesn't have to be closed. It can be something like that. And I have to start drawing something here. I finish, I edit profile, and I'm going to do something very simple, just a railing, 3 foot railing, the width 4 inches. Okay, something simple like that. And now I finish, and there you go. Finish the model. Okay, so now we have a railing here. I have created this shape for the planter here. I can do the same here, but just to create another shape, because I want you to practice the same option, the sweep option, but with different shapes and at different levels. Okay, on the next video, we will continue with something different, but that would be the end of the volume of this house.